my top female, she's always been forever, and even more so now, is Kate Beckinsale. And then I just find out this week that her IQ is 152.
I think you're too old for her by like 25 years.
I know, but isn't that crazy? So that when I found out that she's like a Mensa genius,
yeah,
then I'm like, then it's even crazier that she was fucking like 21-year-olds, because like they're extra stupid. So she must have been like
why
just
can't
fuck me, you idiot.
So why is it that smart men that date dumb hot women were like, yeah, that makes sense, like, and why?
Because we're vain and we're vapid and we just want to fuck you. We don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, you would assume that Kate Beckinsale wants to have a conversation and be stimulated and talk, and she's gonna fuck like a 21-year-old rapper or comedian. I guess she just wants to get fucked.
I don't think
here. That makes sense to me. I get that.
I don't need to like talk to my man. Like
yes, you do. You're a fucking liar.
Okay, bitch. How about this? I have recently, in the last like 2 or 3 years, like realized I made a movie about neurology. It was called The Female Brain. And the reason I'm bringing it up is just because I met with this female neuroscientist, and that the character was based on in the movie and the book was based on. And I said to her, I was like, what's the main thing that you could give me, like advice-wise, as a neuroscientist that would help me with my relationships? And she just went, your boyfriend is not your girlfriend. You got about 20 minutes with a guy.
Yeah.
You got 20 minutes to talk about your day, and that's it. Like, the conversations about, like, are we going to go to Marcy's wedding? What should we wear for Marcy's wedding? Like, can you believe that Lindsay and Nick broke up? Like, that's conversation for your girlfriends, not your boyfriend. Stop trying to make your boyfriend your girlfriend. It's not fair to them, and he's not an asshole for not listening. He's not wired to listen to you talk about your cramps for 45 minutes.
No, this doctor needs to be famous, and everyone needs to listen to her. That would save like every relationship that's gone wrong.
He's not a woman because you're not a lesbian. You want to date a guy. If you want to date a straight guy, don't expect him to be a fucking lesbian, you know? You know, so it was like, it really helped me. So you're right. I am a liar because I definitely used to be like, we need to like talk about string theory and like talk about, you know, like, are we in the multiverse? Like, are we Sims? Like, that's not for your guy. So this is a recent realization. And also I have so many guy friends, like comics and stuff, and I have to do so many fucking 3-hour podcasts that I spend enough time talking to men. I'm lucky. I spend a lot of time talking to men about like masturbatory topics. And but I think girls, like, you're never going to have a satisfying relationship if you expect your man to want to talk about like the sale at Bloomingdale's.
So you think that Kate Beckinsale is so smart that she's ahead of the curve, that she was like, all right, I'm going to stop looking for like a guy my age who can stimulate me, and I'm just going to go fuck like the hot rapper or whatever, and then I'll get my stimulation somewhere else?
I think that like after you've been in a really long marriage and you get your emotional needs met through your girlfriends, like she seems like she really kind of does that. Like she's got a lot of girlfriends. I think you're just kind of like, I just want to have fun and not have to think and be smart. Like, I'm not going to impress you. I'm Kate Beckinsale. I'm not going to like talk to you about, you know, consciousness. Like I'm hot as shit. It's boring. That stuff's only interesting to you when you're like in your early 20s and just discovered like that dank weed. Like as I get older, I'm like, I don't need to have long conversations. I mean, I do it all day on my podcast, so maybe that's why I don't.
No, but those are like, that's why those are enjoyable. I feel like that's what's going on with so much of like protests and fighting on social media and arguing, is that it's younger people. They just figured something out.
That's right. That's right.
I have to talk about it. And it's like, if you were 10 years older, you'd be like, I don't fucking care. It's not going to make a difference anyway.
That's really what it is. Like when you get older, you're like, can we just lay side by side and masturbate and watch Bridgerton? Like, you're just like,
yes.
I don't care if we're Sims. I don't care.
Right.
Like, I just like, you know, I don't care if there's other multiverses. I can hardly handle this one. Like, I think the need to have deep conversations as you get older, it's like, you're kind of like, oh, like it's boring.
We've had that argument before with like, I think it was Frankie, and Frankie's younger, where he's like, you don't care like how this works, how this got here. I'm like, I couldn't care less how that.
No one cares. Like it's just like it gets. And I think that as I get older, and I'm, you know, and I'm not as hot as her, obviously, but like as I get older, what you value is different. You know, it's like I'm just kind of like I'm really into someone that is great at a vocation or hobby or something that I know nothing about, so that I feel like the dumb idiot. So the idea of that is like, I'm gonna date this rapper because it's the one thing I don't know about. I can't like, that's hot because he's at the top of his field. Or like Pete Davidson is like so funny, and I don't want to have to think all day. You entertain me, you know.
That's why you are dating a guy who specializes in rocks.
Rocks.
Tell me
about these rock hard titties.
Was it really big or was it really, really big?
That's why he thinks I'm hot. My titties are basically like a rock wall that you can climb. No, he's also a critical care veterinarian. Like, it's like, I think truly smart people don't want to be the smartest person in the room. The truly smart people are like, this person's so much smarter than me. I want to hear all about like things I don't know, you know?
Yep.
And also they want to be dumb, which
that's right.
Like you want let's just do dumb shit. I don't fucking care. I'm smart enough. I don't need to prove this to anybody. Which is why I never thought Kate Beckinsale was a genius for no other reason other than the fact that I just never knew, because she loves dick jokes. Yes. Like every time she's ever on like a late night show, or her Twitter is always like, here's a dick joke, and I love that. And I love the fact that she's also brilliant and just loves a good dick joke.
That's a great point.
On the interview with Howard, she said every doctor she's ever talked to has told her you would be infinitely happier if you were 30% less smart. Because dumb people, or not even dumb people, but just not overly ambitious, overachievers, ignorance is bliss. They're just like, yeah, man, I really like that movie and I like this cheeseburger and I'm happy. Like, whatever.
I think there's something just really refreshing and humane about like a very simple existence, you know.
Is that why you love animals so much?
Say it again.
Is that why you love animals so much, you think?
I just post about animals to seem like a good person.
I'm just virtue signaling.
I've worked with a lot of sexual predators. I'm trying to cover my tracks.
If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like, hit that bell icon.